Who doesn't like a Mk4 GTI? So what's up guys, back at it again with another review, and obviously we've got something else that's on the channel today. Mk4 Golf GTI. Obviously we're going to get the owner on the channel, speak to them about what's going on and future plans, and yeah, hope you enjoy the video guys. Peace. So guys, obviously you join me with the owner behind the camera of this Mk4 Golf GTI. Basically, how long have you had it? It's about like 3 months?
Yeah, I've had it about 3 months now. It's got a lot left longer to go, to be honest, till it's at a state where I'm happy with it.
Fair enough.
To be honest.
Any modifications like when you bought it as such?
I mean, it had the wheels on it, which are Wolfsburg edition wheels.
Yeah.
It had the exhaust system, which I think is standard apart from the rear box.
Yeah.
Forged down valve, but other than that, not a whole lot done to it. Oh, it was mapped as well.
Power wise, a little bit of a map from
He reckons
base.
it was running 250. I think it's closer to 2, to be honest, but I've got no proof of that.
Fair enough. So obviously, we'll call it the ghetto map then.
Yeah.
Because
we best thing for it.
Well, yeah, and then obviously that, and you're just saying it's just like a back box that's just been changed.
I think it's just a back box. Yeah, it's got a blow in it, but it sounds better with the blow than it does with the back box connected. So.
Fair enough. But I mean, how old is the Mk4 like platform now?
They're getting on to about 20-25 years. They're sort of becoming the modern classic, as it were.
Yeah.
So,
But I
they're
mean,
getting on a little bit.
I must admit, I think most people have a soft spot for the Mk4 shape, because it's one of them shapes. Even now, again, we're in what, 2023, and you still see a load of them about.
Exactly. Yeah, they're so common. They're on the road. You can get parts easily available for them. So tunable again with the 180 engines and the PD engines. There's so much you can do. So much you can go to with them.
But no, I mean, gone for the black bonnet, obviously. Something different, which is different.
That's what I was going for. You see reflex silver Golfs all the time.
I was going to say, wasn't that their most common colour when they came out?
It was indeed, yeah. A lot of them came with like the tan interior as well. So I've got the nice black leather interior in there on the door cards, black cloth seats, just the standard GTI seats.
Yeah.
The Black Magic coloured bonnet and rear bumper, rear boot lid, sorry, with the GTI spoiler there as well.
But again, to be fair, these are just, again, GTI seats.
GTI seats, yeah. They're not the Recaros, unfortunately, but they're next on the list of things to buy.
They do like that. They do look like they've got a bit of bolstering, like especially in like the higher bit. So, how are they like comfortable wise? Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad. Again, this is a daily at the moment, so
yeah, we're just going to disclose that as daily. Yeah, it is a daily, but no, I mean
daily / work in progress.
Fair enough.
Falling apart.
But no, again, you see so many of these now, and it's actually nice to still see them on the road, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and there is so much you can do to them as well. You go to any tuning company, so you've got a 180 Golf, and they can go, right, okay, I can give you 200 brake off the bat. Yeah. It's so easy to get that sort of power.
And we were saying this isn't the BAM lump, it's the other 1.8.
AUM lump. So
AUM
lump. Fly-by-wire, had a KO3S standard, so, just your usual 150 brake off the fly.
Yeah.
You can make 200 out of them with just the standard intercooler and stuff on them.
Oh, that's pretty good then. So really, there is, well, again, like we were saying, these 1.8 T20 valves have got a cult following behind them, whether it be the BAM or the one that you've got.
Yeah, there's so much you can do to them, so much readily available that you can get any sort of breakers as well. Yeah,
I think that's the thing, because they make so many of them, you always know you're going to go into the breakers, you know you're going to get a part.
Exactly, yeah. And even like, the good thing about these is you can get a 1.6, you can get a 1.4, and you can swap in an AUM, an AGU, BAM engine. It doesn't matter, because they all fit. Obviously, the only difference being the R32s and the 4Motions with the different floor plans, but
I think Volkswagen knew what they were doing when they came out with these. Because again, you got these, and then if you wanted a little bit more expensive as such, S3.
I mean, the good thing with the Golf platform itself is when they came out, they had so many different options you can get at the factory. You know, you had the 1.4, 1.6, your 1.8 GTI lumps, and you had your 1.9 diesel lumps, your V5, your V6, and you got an R32 after that as well.
That's the thing. I think, to be fair, it is true what they say. Volkswagen is the people's
car.
Yeah, the people's car. Because again, like we just touched on, there's so many options. So then, any type of lifestyle, you can just
exactly. Yeah, you can go for a standard classic look, or you can go for a clapped out look, or even a modified look.
Yeah,
it's completely up to you.
There's always going to be a community behind it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think the next best thing, obviously, is take it out and see how it goes.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
So guys, obviously you joined me from the passenger seat of this Mk4 Golf GTI, and first impressions, it's good. Like, you know, typical. I know it sounds like I'm going to shit on Mk4 Golf owners and that, but it's, I don't know, like how they should be for how old it is, if that makes sense.
Exactly, yeah. There should be a tolerance to how, not tight, obviously they're going to be a little bit more loose.
Well, I mean, it's like so many years old.
Yeah.
It's like what, 25? So you can allow certain things to start creaking and, you know.
Oh yeah, this creaks like no one's business.
But yeah, hopefully, you know, the camera picks up the turbo flutter and everything like that when you're ready. Still got that pull, like, even though we're saying, like, obviously to get like that, it's still got that pull.
Definitely gets you out of trouble when you put it out of trouble.
Oh yeah, of course. But no, I think something like this is, I know I keep saying it, but they are a modern classic, and they do stand the test of time.
I think these are one of the rare few cars that are almost perfect.
Yeah.
Coming out of the factory.
Yeah. But it's like everything, like we're saying, what different screams.
That Jaguar was trying to keep up
But yeah, no, screams. Again, it's just, well, small engine really, because it's a 1.8. It's 1.8, 20 valve, and they are punchy. I suppose they've got to be, really.
Exactly, yeah. And the great thing about this is you can take it down, you can smash it down the motorway and raise it to people, or you can go to the shops.
Yeah.
And it does both. It's great. It reminds me a little bit more of like the Subarus as well.
Yeah.
Because you can do the same thing with them.
Yeah.
And they have that great ability to do both what you want it to do. So you can do the track, or you can daily.
Yeah.
You can do both.
Really, these cars are multi-purpose. They suit any need that you need. But it's comfortable. These seats
It was
are.
going for somebody.
Yeah.
But yeah, great little cars, and they just love boost as well. These engines.
I must admit, these seats are comfortable as well, even though they're like the cloth one. But then again, most interiors with cloth seem to be better than the leather.
Yeah, I mean the only better seats you can get from here that are leather is the Recaro seats.
Yeah.
They hug you so tightly, and they're so beautiful seats. I mean, I've had the leather seats in these, and I've had the cloth seats as well, the standard GTI seats.
Yeah.
The leather one, you just move around so much, and it's not great for if you're throwing it through corners and stuff.
Because you're just going to be sliding left, right, and centre. But I want to obviously touch on it. We've done the cinematics obviously earlier, guys, but I want to touch on the fact that this is a 3-door as well.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Which is, am I right in saying, more rarer than the 5-door? Because 5s are more common?
You'll see a lot more 5s than you will do 3s. So 3s end up holding their value a little bit more, even if they're in the worst condition. The great thing about 3-doors, which not a lot of people know, they're actually the same length as the 5-doors. Exactly the same. The only difference obviously being is the main doors in the front are longer.
Now,
So the B pillar's a bit further back.
I wouldn't have thought that, but you know, because normally when you see a 5-door of any type of car, they normally have shorter front doors, because they've got to compensate for them extra doors. But
yeah, it's literally same car, just the B pillar's a bit further back in these, which obviously means you have a wider door, and it's just easy for getting in and out as well. I think. I like the 2-stage lift on the seats as well. They're very, very good.
Yeah.
Easy for getting in and out.
Yeah. No, these motors. Yeah. Again, if someone was to, the thing is, you can pick these up for reasonable prices. Are they starting to go up in value as such?
Yeah, I mean, the GTI is now starting to go up in value. You sort of see them around the 1500 for the tank stuff. Same with the 190 TDIs, you know, you're starting to see them at, 1500 bottom end and starting to go up. But then when you start seeing Annie's, the anniversary editions and stuff, you're looking 4.5 all day, every day.
Yeah.
For them at the bottom end.
But no, it's good to actually see like the value of them hasn't gone up dramatically, because of course I don't know, again this is stupid to say, but I don't know if the second-hand car market, like prices of, like, they're starting to fall in certain areas and some are still holding their value.
Yeah, definitely. It depends on the more collector's cars, I think.
Yeah.
So, if you've got loads of them on the streets, then it's going to be a little bit easier to get hold of them. But stuff like, I've got Citroen Saxo VTS as well, which will be up for sale soon.
Yeah.
They're holding their value so easily now. You're looking 3.5 for even like the not great condition ones.
Well, look at the Saxo VTS. There's so much money now.
Exactly, yeah. I think I saw just a 1.1 Desire, 3.5 grand.
Yeah. Now you wouldn't think, the thing is, you wouldn't think that though, because early 2000s and that, you could pick them up for
it's
dirt
just an
cheap.
old Citroen as far as most people are concerned.
Yeah, but I think it's like everything. Anything late 90s, early 2000s are now starting to appreciate, because they're now coming into that into that bracket of a modern classic.
The great thing about those cars is exactly.
No, that didn't sound good. But no, any future plans for this?
Yeah, so I've got a bigger turbo coming. Just need a new core for that.
Yeah.
Which will be a Mk4 out of the BAM engines.
Yeah.
Front man intercooler, and I'll be probably getting a set of BAM injectors as well.
Yeah.
So that'll probably take it to around 300-ish brake.
And then obviously with all them parts mapped as well, so then it's just mapped in at that 300.
Yeah, so I'll be looking around sort of 250 to 300 anyway in that region.
Yeah.
Depending on the health of the engine as well. But I think it's fairly healthy, so I'll be seeing more the 300 way than the 250.
What mileage is it on? Do you mind me asking?
It's on 144 at the moment. 144, which isn't too bad for a 20-year-old Volkswagen.
Well, it's a test of time that it's still on the road and
Exactly, yeah, it's not falling apart yet.
No.
I say yeah, I'm waiting for it to.
But there is something about these cars that I think everyone can, even if you're not a German fan as such, but you can still say to yourself,
you can still appreciate it.
Yeah, you can still appreciate a Mk4 Golf.
Exactly, yeah. Even if you don't like the drive of them,
yeah,
they're still such a great platform, and you still can not say anything bad about them in a sense.
No. I'd say these are pretty much, like we said when we done the walk around, these are the German people's car. Volkswagen have always been known for that.
And the great thing is they came over here as well, and they've become even more popular than the stuff we had over here, like the Vauxhalls. And don't get me wrong, they've still got a good following, the Vauxhalls.
Oh yeah, they got it's like everything. Once an automotive designer and engineer, the teams come together, and they know they make one of them cars that just stands the test of time. And I think, to be fair, the Mk4 Golf for the German side of it, and the S3, because they're all on the same platform. I think them type of cars, you see people still have them. They do. I know I keep saying stand the test of time, but they are one of them staples.
There's a reason why Volkswagen is as big as it is today.
Oh yeah.
And I think the Mark II was the turning point for them, and then they improved it with the VR6, and then they just came back again with such an incredible car.
Well, to be fair, I think really first generation to fifth generation was at their, just again, it's just my opinion, but everyone is vague to their opinion, guys, but in my personal experience, Mark 1 to Mark 5, best generation, 5 generations of Golf that have stood the test of time.
And I think
say that, and then I'd say a close second, or maybe on par with it, is the Pirelli edition.
Yeah, that was a nice edition. I did like that one.
Which I know someone who, obviously, I'm looking at the camera guys, but someone who I know who's got one at the moment, and we need to get that on the channel, don't we, Mike? Hopefully he watches it. He probably won't watch it now that I've just stared at the camera and kind of broke the fourth wall.
He's not going to do that now.
No, he's not. But to be fair, with him, it's been a slow progress with his one. But yeah, I think I could see a couple more years. I could see how probably 10 more years.
Oh yeah,
10 more years of people owning Mark 4s. Won't get rid of them. It'll be like the thing where they just literally keep hold of them, put them in the shed. And like you said, parts are readily available, cheap enough to buy from breakers.
I think the Mark 4 platform will probably be one of the first cars to make it into that classic car bracket, and it's still so common to be able to buy.
Yeah.
When you look at stuff like, the Ford Anglers, I mean, when you even look at newer sort of stuff like MX5s and stuff,
Yeah.
look at the price of them, they're still holding their value so well.
Yeah.
For just a small 1.6.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
And then they're a classic. So in 10 years' time, when these become in the same bracket as them, I should hope that there will still be so many of them as there are now. If not, maybe a fair few, because obviously you can't avoid some crashes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there will be some great cars out there, I expect.
They are lovely cars. Yeah. But again, tuning point aside as well, I know we ain't said a lot, but the tuning potentials with these, obviously, like you said, that everyone who works on these cars or works with our cars know that bam lump or lump that's in yours, sorry.
Exactly, yeah.
And they know what they can do. It's so many years old. Is some people would say, yeah, it's older Volkswagen tech, so but I don't know, because the thing is, the Mark 5 and Mark 4, there's so much tuning potential behind them.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, and you can take it down to any tuning shop and just go, look, here's my car, 180, what can you do with it? And they'll go,
This and this.
yeah. And then they can go, oh yeah, you put this on it, you put this on it, put all this on it, and we can make 300 out of it.
Yeah.
Just worry me how some people pass their tests.
Yeah. But to be fair, that turbo sport sounds very good as well. It spools up. The grips. I know it sounds dumb to say grips and everything like that. You got to think it's a 20-year-old car,
Exactly.
and it still grips to the road like it just come out of factory, really.
The other thing is, even if you go to like, I don't know, Mr. Clutch or Quick Fit or wherever you go, it's not expensive to get stuff done either. Services aren't that expensive, because parts are still so cheap for it.
Yeah.
Even down to like clutches and stuff aren't stupidly expensive. I think the last time I had a clutch done on one of these was about 350 quid. Not too bad.
That's not too bad.
I mean, I ordered a clutch on eBay for the same sort of price.
Yeah.
That wasn't a great idea, so don't do that, guys. eBay clutches are not worth it.
No, you've probably got someone actually in the after this goes out saying don't do that.
Well, the best place I found for clutches is CG Motorsport. They've helped me with both my cars, and they've been an absolute diamond. Even down to making a custom clutch from my sack side as well.
Oh, nice.
So it was organic on one side, just your normal organic plate, and then it was paddle clutch on the other side. So it's perfect for racing and daily driving.
That's perfect. That's what you want, really.
Exactly, yeah.
other modern classics, high performance, you know, I enjoy that as well, but sometimes it's just nice to have something like this on the channel. It's not too much power, you know.
I mean, there is a certain point you can tune these to, and you know, you can make 400 or 500 brake horsepower out of these blocks, provided obviously you forge the internals and stuff. But for these sort of cars, you know, unless you do it all-wheel drive,
You're not going to put the power down.
No, it's just not worth it. I mean, the great thing about these is you can do that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got the 4Motion version, so you can buy a 4Motion. The gearboxes will fit straight onto the 180s, and all you got to do is change the floor pan around.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is mash it out a little bit, take out the spare wheel well, and you've got an all-wheel drive 400 brake horsepower 180.
I think that's another thing that kind of draws me to them, is the thing of it's so easy to swap parts out from different models and just make something, like you said, it could be a 1.8T with a 4Motion gearbox in, or like the running train and everything, like the drivetrain, and then you've got something again that can easily hold the power at 400.
Yeah. And you know, you can bolt anything in, so if you really wanted to, and you found something that, you know, you found a perfect shell almost with, you know, everything you want on the car, so the sunroof, or the auto climate control, or it's got a certain interior that you want to try and keep, that can swap over to another car, or you can put 180 lump, whatever whip engine you want into that. If it was a 1.4 or 1.6.
Yeah.
You know, it comes to the fact that if you have an auto, it's not stupidly difficult to get parts from breakers, or, you know, even eBay. There's so many sellers in there, you can just buy the gear lever, the cables, the clutch pedal, and fit in the gearbox.
So basically what you are saying, basically you ain't got to chuck thousands and thousands really to get to a certain amount.
I mean, you can do if you want to try and find the perfect car.
Oh yeah, of course.
But there's no reason why it can't cost you less than £4 to build the perfect GTI. Or the perfect BD if you want to go that side as well.
Yeah.
And they are just another phenomenal platform to work with as well. I don't think there's anything wrong with them.
No. But I think what I'm going to do now is obviously after we get off, let's get say after we go off this roundabout, I'll end the video. But again, thank you for bringing this onto the channel.
That's all.
I enjoyed it. It's been pretty chill, guys, because it's one of them cars, if that makes sense. It ain't got to be fast, ain't got to be stupidly fast. It's just, I think the whole thing of it is it's just chilled.
Exactly, yeah. These are so tame cars.
Yeah.
But then they can be such monsters if you want to.
Yeah. You got best of both up with, so
Exactly.
however you want to do it, however you want to build it, there's always a Mark 4 out there for you guys. If you want to go track, rally, drift, to what
Yeah,
point?
you can drift them if you want to.
Yeah.
Get the 4Motion gearbox in there, take out the front half shafts down.
Yeah, and then that's it. You're ready to go for like that. But I think we can easily say there's a VW built for everyone.
Oh yeah, 100%. Even if you want to go stance, even I've seen a few of them builds planned.
Yeah.
They look so good.
Right, yeah, I think I'm going to end it here, guys, obviously. Again, thank you for bringing it on the channel and everything like that.
Thank you for having me.
That's fine. Any social medias you want to plug?
No, just keep your eyes peeled for me on the road, and if you want to have a race honk 3 times.
Then fair plays. Obviously you want the smoke, so I'll leave that to you. But yeah, like, comment and subscribe, guys. Just gonna, before I do end it, next week we've got another review. I know it's shocking, but we're actually getting people back onto the channel, which is amazing because it has been a bit dry, to be fair. But we're now getting into the summer, so yeah, onwards and upwards, that's all